Raju Law, we don't just provide legal services, we provide a pathway to your American dream. With offices in New York, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Dhaka, and Dubai, our global team is dedicated to delivering personalized immigration solutions. Whether you are pursuing a green card or navigating complex immigration processes, we are here to guide you at every stage. With a team of 10 associate attorneys and more than 180 law clerks and case managers, we craft solutions tailored to your unique needs. Our technology-driven platform ensures the fastest, most efficient service, saving your time while upholding the highest standards of quality. At Raju Law, we believe in affordable, transparent pricing without compromising on service excellence. Raju Law, where your American dream meets expert legal support. Contact us today.
Good evening, everyone, and warm welcome to Raju Law's Monday Live. I am Manshi Katira, Assistant Manager at the Dubai branch of Raju Law, and I will be your host for today's session. It's a wonderful to see our audience joining us from all corner of the globe. If you are watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, don't forget to say us hi in the comments and tell us where you are tuning in from. Today's topic is one of that many travelers and applicants find both important and challenging, ensuring success. How to avoid B-1, B-2 refusal. Whether you're planning to visit the US for the tourism or for the business purpose, visa refusals can be discouraging and often confusing. Many applicants face denials due to incomplete documentation, maybe unclear intent, or a lack of understanding of the interview process, especially. So, in today's discussion, we will help you identify the most common reasons behind the visa refusals and, more importantly, how to avoid those. So, to guide us through this process, we have an exceptional guest with us today, Attorney Raju Mahajan. Mr. Mahajan is the founder and principal attorney of Raju Law. He's an accomplished entrepreneur, author, mentor, and a speaker, having founded over 10 multinational companies in the US and authored 4 books. As a licensed immigration attorney, Mr. Mahajan assists clients over the US with B-1, B-2, F-1, H-1B, EB-2, NIW, EB-5, and other immigration matters. He is particularly passionate about empowering immigrants, especially if you are a Bangladeshi speaker, and making legal support accessible to those who need it most. Mr. Mahajan holds a master's in media studies West Virginia State University and a JD from LMU Unique School of Law. He is admitted to practice in multiple courts, including the Supreme Court of Maryland and the District Court of Columbia Court of Appeals, and is an active member of a professional organization such as AILA and NILA.
Hello, thank you very much, Manashi, for inviting me today and for this great session. Just a quick housekeeping. I have a court hearing in 25 minutes, so I will try to wrap our discussion today in like 20 minutes. So there will be no question answered today. So
No
after
worries.
end of my presentation, we'll say goodbye. But audience, viewers, please join next Monday for if you have any question, please join next Monday. Without further delay, let me start presentation. So today we are going to talk about B1, B2 application. This is probably the most frequent application people apply from all over the world. So I think US government receive most application in this category because people from all over the world, they would like to visit America, of course, for different purposes. So our today's topic is how to avoid B1, B2 visa refusal. Also, many people ask me question why it is B1 slash B2. Like, why not just B1 or B2? Or what is the difference between B1 B2? The difference is very slim. So B1 is a business purpose, like a professional purpose. Like you're coming here for a professional purpose, like a business or job kind of things. B2 is a pure pleasure, like a personal purpose, like sightseeing and other thing. However, the entire both of the applications are so similar, it is commonly referred to as B1, B2 because everything is similar. The only difference is the purpose of your visit. All other information, document, everything is similar. That's why we also call it B1, B2. That's the difference. B1 is for business, B2 is for personal purposes. So understanding B1, B2 visa, B1 is a business visitor, as I said, attending meetings, conferences, negotiations. On the other hand, B2 is a tourist visitor, like, tourism, visiting relatives, medical treatments, social visits kind of thing. That's the difference between B1 and B2. Understanding B1, B2 visa refusals. So refusals are common but preventable. A lot of people, a lot of my prospective clients, they say, hey, I applied for B1, B2 visa, my visa got denied. Why did I get denied? What was the wrong? How do I fix it? So in general, there are two major grounds under where USCIS officers or embassy officers, they may refuse your visa. One is called section 214B. Another one is section 221G. So 214B is failure to prove non-immigrant intent. So intent is a different discussion. I'm not going that detail in this discussion today. So in general, U.S. immigration has two different intent. One is the immigrant intent, another one is the non-immigrant intent. Immigrant intent is you are coming to America to stay here permanently. That is basically a green card application. On the other hand, if you come to America for other purposes like a visit purpose or like temporary business purpose, education or anything, those are non-immigrant applications. And in non-immigrant applications, you have to establish that you are going to America only for a short period of time. You're not going to stay here permanently or indefinitely. So a lot of time people, when they apply for visit visa, B1, B2 application, their information, their documents are not enough to establish that they are going there for short purposes. So how do you establish that your visit is for a short purpose? Let me give you some example. If you tell in your application, the form DS-160, if you tell that I am going there for 1 week or 2 weeks or maximum 3 weeks, that's a short time, right? That's a short time for a short visit. So it shows that you're coming here for a temporary purposes. On the other hand, if you say that I'm going there for 3 months, 4 months, or 5 months, that's a longer period. So it kind of shows that you will be there for 3, 4, 5 months. That's a long time. It's not a non-immigrant intent. You may have some intent to stay there forever, right? So my recommendation, when you apply for visit visa, when you fill up DS-160, please mention that probably 1 week, 2 weeks, or maximum 3 weeks. Do not go beyond 3 weeks. And once you come to America under B1, B2 for like a 1 week period or 2 week period, 2 week period, you can definitely stay longer than that. People may have changed their mind, changed in their heart. You can definitely stay longer, but in your application, please mention like a shorter period. That will help you get visa faster. Also, a lot of people, they say that I'm going to stay in my friend's house or brother's house, sister's house, my cousin's house. Staying at someone's house is not a good thing for non-immigrant application. I highly recommend you say that you're going to stay in a hotel. Also book the hotel. That in a lot of websites you can book and you can cancel it later. So have a hotel booking. So the reason hotel booking is good, number one, it shows that you are staying in America for shorter time. Number two, it is good for US economy. If you come to America and stay at your friend's house, that's not good for US economy. But if you come to America and stay in a hotel, it is good for America's economy. And American government, they always try to build US economy. So if you do a tiny thing that will help US economy, you have a better chance of getting visit visa approved. So please keep that in mind. Anything that you say, anything that you write, if you can show that you are going to contribute in US economy, you have a better chance of getting B1, B2, like a visit visa approval. The second common problem is section 221G, administrative procedure, administrative processing or missing documents. A lot of time people, my clients, they forget or they intentionally not provide enough document. For example, you are claiming that you are a business owner, right? You own a business. How do US government know that you are a business owner? You have to show the trade license. You have to show the business registration document. You have to show your annual tax file document. You have to show that you make a certain amount of money through this business. So you have to establish that you are a business owner. You cannot just say, oh, I'm a business owner. That is not enough. Similarly, let's say you have a job, right? You have a very good job. You have to show that you have a job. Like, documentation is very, very important for any legal procedure. Lot of time people say that something that is not written in a paper does not exist in legal world. So you have to provide enough document, enough information, so that USCIS officers or embassy officers, they can approve your application, right? So administrative processing or missing documents, that's another common ground for refusal. So please keep this two in your mind so that you can have a better result when you apply for B1 B2. Common reasons for B1 B2 visa refusal, weak ties to home country. So this is very important for B1 B2 application. By the way, as I say every week, that this video we upload in YouTube and other social media platform. Also, the audio part goes to different podcasts like Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast. If you're listening to this audio from a podcast platform, you're not missing anything. Anything that I'm showing in the PowerPoint presentation, I am saying everything orally, so you're not missing everything. You are getting all the information. As I was saying, common reasons for B1 B2 visa refusal: weak ties to home country. It is part of the application. You have to establish that you have a good home country tie, and the best way to show that you have a home country tie is to show that you are engaged with some financial activity, like you have a very good job, like prestigious kind of job. You have a good business. You have your business is making a lot of money. You have a lot of employees. You have a lot of activity. So that the bigger economic tie you can show with your home country, the better for your B1 B2 application. If you say that I'm a student, I don't do anything, I'm a member of a social group, definitely you can apply. There's no problem with the application, but you have a less chance of getting approved. So the bigger financial ties with your home country, the better chance of getting approved for B1 B2 application. Please remember that part. Inconsistent or unclear purpose of travel. This is another very important thing. If you say in your application that I'm going to visit my cousin or my cousin's children's birthday party or something, you can say that, but it's not enough. What I recommend my clients is try to find a business activity, like a professional activity. So let's say you're a doctor. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're a medical doctor. You are attending a medical conference in America, or like a medical technology conference, or a symposium, or some kind of event that will boost your professional life, that will boost your career, will have a better result than saying that I'm going to see New York City, or Statue of Liberty, or I'm going to visit Las Vegas, or I'm going for some family purposes. Those are not strong enough. Professional purposes, that will boost your financial activity. Your professional activity has a better chance of getting B1 B2 approved than other topics. So please pay attention to um, document your purpose of travel that has to do with financial activities. Poor financial documentation, this is another thing. A lot of people, they do not submit their bank statement, they do not submit their proof of funds, even though it is not mandatory, even though it is not without these documents your case will be denied, but this is highly recommended. I would like to show that, hey, I have a lot of money in my bank, I have a good business, I'm generating a lot of money. So I am a kind of person, if you give me visa, I'm going to America and I'm going to spend a lot of money so that your economy will be boosted. So in your entire application, try to show that it is good for America to give you visa. It's not good for you. Of course, you're going there for a purpose, but it is better for America to give you visa than not giving you visa, kind of thing. So that would be your attitude for the entire application. Prior immigration violations. A lot of time people do violations, and even without going to America. So let's say previously you applied for a student visa, and in the student visa application you submitted some fake document, fake information, fraud. By the way, a lot of time people think that US embassy has no idea, US government has no idea that you're doing fraud. Please don't think that way. They have a huge network, they have a huge establishment to find false information, false document, fraudulent documentation. So let's say you applied for a student visa with fake document and your visa got denied, of course, and then you are going to apply for B-1 B-2 visa. Of course your application is going to be denied because you already did a immigration violation before. So what I tell my clients and everybody, no time, like never ever submit any fake information, fake document, any fraudulent activity to US immigration officers, no matter it's embassy, USCIS, or any agency. If you do it once, you will going to suffer it in the long run. It can be in the next application, it can be after 10 years, but you're going to suffer. Please do not do that. Please take it seriously. A lot of people, they don't take it seriously. I don't know why, but please do not submit any wrong or fake document or fake information. Next one, incomplete or incorrect DS 160 form. This is a very common problem. A lot of people, they don't know how to fill up the form DS 160, but they do it anyway and they submit it and they get denied. There's no way you can fix it. The next one is nervous or inconsistent interview responses. When you go for interview, be very confident. Read the entire file. Read the entire file the night before your interview. Go to the interview, and no matter what is the question, please answer in a very confident way, simple way. US government may or may not give you visa. That's fine. Their discretion. You have no control over the situation, but you have control over your action. You can go there, be a simple person, answer all the questions based on your knowledge, and if you do not know the right answer, just say that, hey, I don't know it. That's fine. you know just say, hey, I don't know it. Saying that I don't know it is not a problem. But if you are nervous, if your answers are inconsistent with each other, that is going to cost your application, right? You may not get it approved. So please be careful about that part. How to strengthen the application? Good question, right? How to strengthen your application? Demonstrate strong home ties and intent to return. Number one ways to show strong home ties is showing financial activities. Money matters. Money matters. So the more money you make in your home country, the more financial activity you are involved with, the better. And also show that short-term visit, and also show that if you do not come back to your home country, you're going to lose money, your business will suffer, your job will suffer. So it is your best interest to go back to your home country. That will give you approval for B-1 B-2 application. Provide clear purpose and itinerary. As I said, if you show some financial purposes, that's better. If you have a very clear itinerary, and also return ticket, I highly encourage folks to buy, to book return flights, both way flights, and show the ticket to USCIS officers. That will definitely boost your application. Demonstrate financial capability, as I said. Avoid over documentation. This is another thing. A lot of time people provide a lot of documents that has nothing to do with your B-1 B-2 application. Please do not do it. Of course, it is good to submit enough documents, enough information, but if you submit something that has no connection with your B-1 B-2 application, that is going to make the officer bored, yeah, oh, he submitted a lot of documents, I even don't need this. So the overall attitude about you would be kind of negative, because, oh, he doesn't know what he needs to do, kind of things. Ensure accuracy in all forms of statement. As I said, please remember, all of your documents, even you submitted 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, US government has a copy of that application. And anytime you submit a new application, they try to match. And especially nowadays with AI, it's very easy to find old documents and try to match it. So if you submitted a document 10 years ago that has a different information, then now it is going to cost your application. Understanding strong ties. By the way, I don't think I'll be able to finish my presentation today, because as I said, I have a court hearing. So I'll try my best, and then we'll probably schedule another one next week to talk about rest of the things. So let me finish in next 5 minutes. Understanding strong ties, economic stable job, business ownership, those are good. Family dependence, immediate family at home. So if you have a family, let's say you're married, you have kids go to good school, your spouse is also employed or she does business or something, those are good for your strong ties. Social, community involvement, property ownership. Let's say you own like a multiple properties and you manage those properties, so you have tenants, you need to collect money from your tenants, you also need to do maintenance of your property. Also you are a member of let's say XYZ club, you are socially involved, in other ways you're involved. The more involved with the society is better for your B1 B2 application. Ongoing academic commitments are also good. So let's say you are a CEO of a corporation. On the top of that, you are doing an evening MBA. So you have classes. So you cannot actually stay in America for a long time because you have classes. You're going to miss your classes. So ongoing academic commitments on the top of your professional activity will definitely help you get B1 B2 applications. By the way, we as an attorney, we as a lawyer, we cannot guarantee you anything. All we can do is we can help you understand what are the requirements. We can submit your application to US government properly, accurately, without any mistake, and we can help you get the best outcome possible. But we cannot guarantee you 100%. A lot of my clients say, hey, can you give me 100% guarantee? And my answer is, I cannot do that. That is totally illegal for me. All right. Provide clear purpose and itinerary. State a specific, credible purpose. Credible purpose means something that goes with your background, especially your financial background, your professional background. So explain the exact reason for your US visit. For example, attending a conference, meeting clients, tourism, medical treatment. Medical treatments are good. For medical treatments, if you can get a letter from your doctor from a home country, and also if you can reach out to a doctor here in America and the doctor says yes, he or she is willing to take you as a patient, that is going to help you because this is really good for your life to get treatment. So medical purpose is good. Visiting relatives, also make sure that recently US government, US's officer, they're very careful about pregnant women, because a lot of women, when they're pregnant, they come to America, they get birth of their child, and the child get US citizen, which is a good thing, but US government is recently very careful about that. So if you are pregnant at this moment, number one, you have to disclose. Number two, you have a less chance of getting approved. I understand it's not good for you, but this is the situation at this moment. Also avoid vague terms like business meeting. Business meeting is a vague term, nobody knows what business meeting is. Or tourism, be specific about what, where, and when you are going to do with whom. Align your stated purpose with your background and documents. That is really important. Prepare a realistic travel itinerary. Please focus on the realistic part. Please prepare a realistic travel itinerary. Includes arrival and departure dates, sites to visit and activities planned. For B1, mention the event name, duration, host organization, and your role. For B2, outlines sightseeing plans, family visits, or treatment schedule. Keep it short, believable, and consistent with your financial documentation. All right, so I have other slides, but I'm not going there today. So that was my short presentation today because I gotta go. Thank you very much, all of you, and I'm going back to Manashi.
Thank you so much, sir. It was such a short but a very informative session. I know that you are in such a hurry, so we won't be taking any Q&As today. And thank you so much for your time. You may
Yeah,
take your leave, sir,
you
and
all have
I'll
a
just
you all have a wonderful day. Bye.
yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for today's live session. Since sir is very busy today, so we won't be attending any Q&A sessions, but we will be doing this next time. But before that, please make sure to come every Monday for a live session. Now, before wrapping up today's session, thank you so much for today. And that's all for today's Monday Live. Thank you, everyone who joined us. Don't forget to follow our page for upcoming sessions and latest immigration insights. And remember, Immigration for All goes live every Monday at 11 a.m. EST, 9 p.m. Bangladesh time, and 7 p.m. Dubai Standard Timings. Before we close today's session, let's take a very quick look at latest immigration news updates from this week. Until next time, this is Manshi Katira signing off. Stay informed and stay inspired. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's immigration update from Raju Law. We bring you the latest news, USCIS updates, and policy changes that matter. This week's top stories include DHS proposes lower EB-5 visa fees. USCIS narrows the 100K H-1B fee. Trump cancels his plan to send troops to San Francisco. A new poll shows strong public support for immigrants. A study warns Trump's plan could cut 15 million US jobs. Let's begin with the EB-5 investor visa update. The Department of Homeland Security has proposed cutting most EB-5 investor visa fees. The main investor petition could drop from $11,160 to $9,625, while the I-829 fee may fall to $7,860. Regional center fees could be reduced by as much as 61%. DHS says the plan better reflects processing costs and public comments are open until December 22, 2025. Now to relief for H-1B employers and workers. USCIS has limited the controversial 100K H-1B visa fee. It now applies only to new petitions filed on or after September 21, 2025. For workers outside the US, most current H-1B holders, F-1 students changing status, and petitions filed earlier are exempt. The fee must be paid through pay.gov before filing, and very few cases will qualify for the national interest exemption. Moving to a political update from the West Coast. President Trump has backed down from deploying federal troops to San Francisco after widespread backlash from local leaders and protests. Mayor Daniel Lurie and tech CEOs Mark Benioff and Jensen Huang urged him to reconsider. Governor Gavin Newsom called the initial plan right out of the dictator's handbook, while city officials hailed the reversal as a major win. Next, public opinion trends on immigration. A new PRRI national survey shows most Americans see immigrants as strengthening the U.S. Nearly 60% support legal status for Dreamers and two-thirds back birthright citizenship. Around 60% favor a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants, while majorities opposes mass deportations and secret ICE operations. Republican support for stricter policies, however, continues to rise. Finally, new research on the economic impact of immigration policy. A new study by the National Foundation for American Policy estimates that Trump's immigration proposals could shrink the U.S. workforce by 15.7 million by 2035 and reduce GDP by over $12 trillion. Researchers warn that mass deportations and restrictions on refugees, students, and work programs would harm long-term economic growth and increase federal debt by $1.7 trillion. That wraps up this week's immigration updates. Stay tuned with Raju Law for the latest policy changes, USCIS announcements, and immigration trends that affect your future. See you next week with more news and insights.